gosh, excuse me. I just got back from a workout, so I'm a little tired. All right. Ooh. We're doing a short verse today. We're doing Mark chapter 16, verses 15. And if you've noticed that one, it's an oddly specific one I've chose. That verse is picked to my channel. Now, if you follow my Instagram, or if you know me of any other sort, you know that my usual verse is, I believe, now I'm blanking, 2 Samuel 6:14. My usual verse is that one, because that one, 2 Samuel 2:16. I'm gonna flip. I'm not gonna be able to find it. 2 Samuel 6:14. I'm not gonna be able to find it. 2 Samuel. Okay, here it is. 2 Samuel 6:14. This is my usual verse because it's my favorite. I love it. And I'm a big fan of David. I love David. As the ark of the Lord came into the city of David, Michal, the daughter of Saul, looked out the window and saw King David leaping and dancing before the Lord. And she despised him in her heart. So that's my usual one, because I love David dancing with the Lord, because that's my usual one. Because one, I like to imagine how David danced, because it wasn't a thing to dance with your hips until the 50s. That's my usual one. Also, that was David submitting to the Lord when he started dancing to the Lord, when he started dancing with all of his might. This Bible doesn't really word it that well as other Bibles do, but that is him submitting to the Lord. But when I started this channel, I sat there for a little while, and I was looking, I'm like, I have to have a verse. And I just sat there for the longest time saying, what verse can I do? So I started looking at verses. I sat there, I'm like, well, what's a good verse? And I sat there for a really long time. This channel sat empty for I had Twitch sitting in my little gaming box on my phone for the longest time, because I did not know what to put in my bio. I had the basis: Christian, gaming, epilepsy, I had all of that down, but I did not know my verse. A verse usually gives something about someone. Okay, with me, Samuel, I like to dance, and I will submit to the Lord through dancing. But I sat there the longest time saying, I don't know what verse to choose. So I scrolled. This was a long, lengthy process of scrolling and not knowing what to choose. So it came down to Mark chapter 16, verses 15. I don't know why I picked it. I still don't know why. Something about it just stuck out differently than all the other verses. So I'm going to read it after this long, lengthy explanation. I'm going to read it. Got it stuck under my tripod. Alright. And he said to them, go into all the world and proclaim the Gospels to the whole creation. I like that. Just to go out and proclaim the word. I like Mark. I really do. I really like Mark. Mark's my guy. The reason I chose that is because, one, I chose Sea of Thieves, and I was only going to play games that were going to be online, where I was going to be with people, and I was going to go into those worlds in the game and tell everyone, this is the Lord, come and seek his kingdom. That was my goal. That was my goal. Now granted, does a majority of my games end in people telling me off, and usually end badly? Yeah, sometimes it does. Is that okay? Yeah, that's okay. And a lot of people telling me to get off their gaming, understandable. But, you know, I really enjoy running into people. There are the occasional I run into these people who are, you know, they'll come up to me and they'll start talking to me about Christ. Or they'll say, oh my gosh, you're a Christian contenter and you play games. Awesome. Subscribed. It's nice. It's nice that there are people who go out and seek these things. And I go into these worlds and I tell the gospel. I mean, yeah, it's a little goofy that I'm a pirate in the Sea of Thieves world, and I go and I proclaim the gospel. Yeah, it's a little goofy, but you know what? I've met the most interesting people while doing that. This is the reason why I chose Mark 16 verses 15 in my bio. Because I was going into these worlds and I was proclaiming the gospel. And I wasn't just going into the video games on these online, because I only play online on my Twitch accounts. I wasn't just going and doing it there. I was doing it on Twitch. I was broadcasting myself live for the whole world to see. And I'm proclaiming the gospel. And the thing is that I always say that I don't want it to stop with me. I hope and I pray that after you guys see me, you guys feel so powered by the Spirit to go out and make your own Twitch or go make a YouTube. Take your spiritual gifts and go make something. Go proclaim the gospel in your own way. That's what Mark 15 inspires me to do. That's why it's in my bio. That's why it's there. I know that this isn't the usual scripture video you want, or the one you're usually expecting. But I don't even know how to explain it. I want you, by the end of this, to go out and proclaim the gospel in your own spiritual gift. Now don't try to push your spiritual gift out. Give it time. And I want you to use that to proclaim the gospel. I found out that mine is gaming. Now I tend to get a little addicted, but I can still use it in other ways. So that's the reason why I have Mark chapter 16 verse 15 in my bio, is I'm going to proclaim the gospel no matter what way. And I felt that Twitch was the best way to do it. I'm not that good with YouTube. Still learning how to use YouTube. Twitch is just a little easier. But please, take my message and go out and proclaim it in your own way. I don't want it to just stop here. I want you to go on and proclaim it. And then whoever hears you, they go out and proclaim it because they heard you. The Spirit was so being told through you that they had to go out and proclaim in their own way. So Alright, sorry about that. Had a phone call come in. Alright, alright, well, I'm gonna leave it right there. And I hope, again, that message gets to you. Or whoever needs to hear it. Alright, let's see where we are. On March 30th, I think. Jeez. Or is it the 31st? It's Monday. Yeah, it's Monday. So that is, holy crap. It is almost 3 weeks. We're almost 3 weeks done with Lent. So if you're doing Lent, congrats. I'm very proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And might as well, what the heck. At the end of the month, on the 17th when Lent ends, I will be doing a challenge that most Christians will do, that some Christians have done. Not most, I don't know why I worded it like that. Some Christians do, that they will walk the same mileage as Jesus. Some people will carry the same weight that Jesus wore when he, or Jesus carried as he was on his way to the cross. Some people can carry the same weight. I cannot, obviously. I probably will be carrying maybe 100 pounds, not 300. I'm not that strong. But I will be doing that, and that is when I will do my face reveal. That's why I've been shooting these angled down. But I'm excited, and I would love if you guys did it too. I'd love that if all 12 of us were out doing it at the same time. I will set a time, and if you guys are out doing it, I will be so happy, so proud of you guys. You don't have to do any weight. You can just do the same mileage and walk it. Maybe put in your earbuds and just start walking. But I encourage you guys, do that challenge. If you don't want to do it, hey, it's Easter weekend. I completely understand. You got a lot going on. But I'd love for you to join me. So I'm going to leave it right there. Sharing, my dear friends, God bless, and keep pushing through Lent. Leave it right there.